Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Black 80! Black 54! Be a long day for you.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Here we go. 180! Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On second down now, it's Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here we go. 180! '24's the mic. Man, I got you. Man,
on first down, Garoppolo looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 55 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on, Jim. Hey, kill.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Cut. 180. Check. Walk 54. Here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. 64 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 20. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the gun on third, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
These two teams all tied after one. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert! 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 26 Mike! 26 Mike! Watch the backer! 26! Hey, gun! Let's go, baby! Return over! Get that ball!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Rams 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Now Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, box truck.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Right there. 20.
54 miles. Man, I got you.
Check. Lucky. Average wall.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
76, tell him. 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them.
Here we go.
Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
24 is the mic.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the run.
Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check. Check the backer, check the backer.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Line 54 on Yarny. On Yarny. Buzz. Be ready. 5.
3rd and long. It's gone. Airing it out deep for Wood. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play that time for the Rams. 59 yards. And at this stage, to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
180. 54. Line 54.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That field goal a moment ago cut into their lead, but they still have that lead. They'll be looking to get the points right back.
And you just took me back to playing days. I could hear my head coach now in the locker room at halftime. The last thing he always said was,
"Don't screw up, Davis."
Well, besides that became a catch-all. But he always told the team, first 5 minutes, extremely important. How are we going to react? How are we going to take control? We need to. Well, in this case, his team didn't. They gave up a field goal. Can they get their momentum back going in their direction? See if they have a match or an answer on this drive.
We'll see. 15 for the Niners there to 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
24. Here we go. 180.
On 1st down, Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Walk time. Tight end right. 21. Hey, exit. 24 is the mic. I'm scared. Go ahead.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. I got you.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bourne.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Right there. 54, right there. Smooth. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just about on his own goal line. On the return, it's James. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Black 80! Watch 21.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 180! I got you, boy. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 37 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
56 to Mike. Go, go.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Here's Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Omaha. Let's go, Omaha. Alert flag. 21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Tighten up.
12.
Mike 54.
Cut. Hey, Charlie.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and a mile. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
21.
24 is the mic. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This is Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Check three.
They will run again with Coleman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Here we go.
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They hand off to their big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Here I come.
Coleman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown.